where, yeah, you can't trust, the government.
But most things can be accomplished, I think you'd agree, in 50 years, and that's a pretty okay amount of time.
Well,
you don't think so? Yeah, and my name is Steve, by the way.
Steve.
And my last name is Wolfisch Legelstein, Hausenbergerdorf.
Do you mind spelling that?
Sure.
Give us the opportunity to come into compliance.
So the district's been out of compliance then basically since 1973?
I guess so. I don't memorize the RCWs.
Yeah, by good fortune, I have a pretty decent memory for that kind of thing. It sounds like you have at least one full glass of freedom every day.
I try, man.
I like that. That's good. Is he the public records officer?
We don't have an official public records officer.
Is he the public records officer?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm glad that there are people out there that hold utilities accountable.
Jason's out on vacation, so he's not available right now. But this.
Hey everyone, I am free. It is July 2nd and July 7th, 2026. This story begins with me going to the North Spokane Irrigation District number 8 for having received tips and leads that allege non-compliance with the Public Records Act in terms of being able to make a public records request in person and being able to inspect the Public Records Index and Public Records Procedures Manual. I also went back on July 7th as a follow-up in light of their having a board meeting that day to see what was going to be done about the maladies in compliance.
I told him I was. How you doing?
Good, how you doing? Good. Hey, I'm looking to see if I can inspect your procedures manual and index, please.
You'd have to file a public records request for that.
For both of those?
Yeah.
What makes you think that?
We don't just hand out documents without an official request.
I see. There might be a little bit of a confusion here. So the index and the procedures manual are just meant to assist me in making a records request.
For what?
The index, the public records index, and the procedures manual, they're just tools meant to aid a citizen in making a records request.
I'm not sure what you're asking for.
Gotcha. Who is the pro?
I'm just the fill-in office guy. You need to talk
Gotcha.
to Jason Cushman, and he's off today. He's the district manager.
Gotcha. Is he the public records officer?
We don't have an official public records officer. We're a really small organization. There's literally 3 employees and me as a part-timer.
Gotcha. And you're pretty confident there's no public records officer?
Jason would be, Jason or Don. Don is normally the office manager.
It'd be one of those.
Cushman is the district manager.
Okay.
We don't have an official title of what you're asking for.
Gotcha.
But we do have we are a government entity, so we do have an official public records request process.
Sure. And that's what I'm trying to inspect with the procedures manual. The procedures manual actually lays that out.
There would probably be something in the bylaws.
Yeah, I looked online. There's nothing online for that.
Right.
So I have to come here to inspect it.
Inspect it for what purpose?
It's the rules to make a public records request. So I would have to look at the procedure.
You go on the Washington State website because it's a Washington State law on
Oh, I'm very familiar.
For filing a public records request.
Yeah, I'm really familiar with that. And in fact, in RCW 42.56.040, which is the procedures manual section of the Records Act, it says that when you go to a local agency, it shall be prominently displayed in that office.
Is there something right there that says anything about making a public records request?
No. You've got, looks like a agenda, board meeting date posted for next Tuesday. Some form of coliform bacterial analysis, operator's license, a tester list, Department of Health report. That's it.
I'm not familiar with what you're asking or what you're stating is law. I don't memorize the RCWs.
Yeah, by good fortune, I have a pretty decent memory for that kind of thing. So the problem is that obviously, as I'm sure you're well aware, I could make a public records request right now if I wanted to. However, in order to do that, I need to be able to see the procedures manual.
Yeah, what you're saying is
correct and lawful.
Is not necessarily something that I can pull out right now. But if you'd like to make a formal public records request, is that what you're doing?
Well, I'd like to, but I'd like to use the tools that the Washington state government said you must have on hand to assist me in making
I'm
that.
sure there are. I could look for it if you'd like.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, could you shut the door, please?
Oh yeah, you bet.
You don't want bugs coming in.
I don't blame you.
How's it going, man?
Good, how you doing?
I'm Derek.
Steve.
I'm pretty sure I've seen your videos before.
Oh.
I like what you do. So I'm pretty sure we need to write down everything you need.
I just parachuted in from North Korea, so I don't know if I'm the same guy or not. But
Yeah, for sure. No, I appreciate what you're doing.
yeah, well, I appreciate you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know where the public records request forms are?
So I'm pretty sure he can make a verbal public records request, and we just need to document it and give it to Jason.
That's why I gave you Jason's card, because I thought there was a form that you could do. But
No, I think we just need to.
But your
we need to write it down.
Yeah, your coworker is definitely correct. I'm guessing you've memorized WAC 4414-03006. Everyone loves reading it when they go home at the end of the day.
Yeah, you're gonna have
what am I gonna do tonight? Well, I could hang out with my friends and family, or read the administrative codes on the model rules of the Public Records Act.
No,
which is pretty much what most people do, right?
I wouldn't say what most people do, but I'm glad that there are people out there that hold utilities accountable.
Well, yeah, I appreciate that, because I got obviously Irrigation District 16. I did a story on them, and there's a lot of corruption at that irrigation district.
We weren't being paid retirement. Like, I've been here for 5 years and I didn't have any retirement.
Whoa.
There's a term that used to be used all the time, the good old boy network. You need to know how to get the new guys on the retirement, how to get your payment applied. He never did it. I drove by here daily. Terry's vehicle was never here. The board, and we all know this, we were too trusting.
So that entire time, I just want to make sure I understand this correctly, that entire time the engineer that existed before never complied with doing the water system analysis?
You're correct.
I'm looking to see if I can speak with your records officer.
What's this in regards to?
Records.
The former superintendent and the former secretary, when they weren't one and the same, said, don't worry about it, we're too small, we don't need to do that. Well, the secretary was protecting his own job. We could get no support from the engineer. The former secretary actually worked for the engineering firm, so there was a conflict, in my opinion, there.
What kind of discovery came up?
Things he wasn't doing right, misbilling, parcels not being billed. Things just continue to come up. So I kind of feel like we're being attacked right now.
No, I'm just reporting on a story. Lot of corruption. And I got some, after I published that story, there were some citizens that are part of this district that were saying that there's some issues with this district's management and adherence to transparency and whatnot. And I'm sure you've probably heard about the records index and the procedures manual as well. So they said that those are not available. And I don't know if that's necessarily true yet. I'm going to give your coworker some time, obviously, to see if he can find it. But
we call Jason and see if he knows what I can point you in that direction with.
yeah, I just did a story on the Grain Commission, and wow.
Oh, is there?
I am rarely shocked by things as a journalist, but I will say I actually was like, whoa,
There's some.
you guys are actively going out of your way to be a bunch of criminals right here. And then the prosecutor for the county, I went in to make a complaint against the 3 police officers that were involved in my unlawful trespass from the Grain Commission. And when I went there, the prosecutor was like, the actual prosecutor for the county, the elected one, he was like, yeah, we're not doing the records request here. He said, I have to go to the judicial branch to get executive branch documents.
Oh, wow.
Ma'am, it's a public office. Stop. Behave.
Don't, excuse me?
You heard me. Stop. But state agencies
I don't
can't
need you
exempt
to
themselves.
tell me the policy, what I would like
Apparently
to
you do.
You don't need to talk to me.
I do.
Can you tell him not to talk to me?
You're a servant.
It's not illegal.
This is ridiculous. I'm
As-
supposed to work while he records me.
Well, it's a public area. There's nothing I can do about that.
So it's just random parachute in this morning?
Yeah.
Sweet. Did you do a halo jump?
Yeah.
Nice. How was it up at 40,000?
Talking about
This is a
cases,
open-
I
this
am
is a
doing
open-
stuff he shouldn't be able to
This is
report
if
for that.
this is an
But he's
open
doing
area.
it.
You're a servant. And the whole idea here is that you serve the public, as you correctly said. If you actually had lawyers that could read and pass the bar, we'd probably not be in this position.
Well, here's the deal.
Okay, what's the deal?
You are talking down to me right now.
Make that make sense. It would be like going to say, I want some records of President Trump's, right? And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm going to make a FOIA for that. And all of a sudden the White House says, sorry, but you're going to have to go to the Supreme Court of the United States to get President Trump's records.
Yeah.
Why would they have that?
Yeah.
But you know, attorneys that work for the government tend to be kind of the C-, D+ kinds of attorneys. They're
Right.
not really all that bright.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, I mean, I work for the people, so yeah.
See, that
I'm here to help.
automatically makes you
Yeah.
a way better public servant than
Yeah.
99.9% of them out there.
That's what we're here to do. So
I appreciate you, man.
Without the people, yeah, I don't have a job. So it's my job to work for you. So
It sounds like you have at least one full glass of freedom every day.
I try, man.
I like that.
try.
That's good, man.
I try. So yeah, however we can, my goal today is to accommodate you and the information you need.
Yeah, fist bump, man. Love it.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you for being a public servant.
Yeah. No, thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you for keeping people accountable.
Well, yeah, I appreciate your support of that. And it's like, if you don't do it, then, especially with a lot of these small organizations, they fall off the radar, like the Grain Commission.
Yeah.
Who wakes up in the morning and thinks of the Grain Commission? It's probably farmers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, maybe farmers and
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if, you know, we know that they're not going home, even as being cheeky earlier, they're not going home reading the Public Records Act at the end of the day.
right, yeah.
So if you get a journalist that specializes and focuses on that, and then the people know that they can reach out to me as a journalist, say, hey, you know, I think the thing is happening or not happening at the place, you can go there and look into it.
Yeah.
It's like the Apple Commission, Washington State Apple Commission. I showed up to make a public records request. They called the Wenatchee police and had me trespass.
Seriously?
Right.
I don't think she wants to go down that road.
For sure.
I mean, concealing the records index as a state commission
Yeah.
is not allowed.
Yes, it has been closed since the beginning of the pandemic.
Gotcha.
And no immediate plans to reopen.
This is a
Bookkeeper.
pissing contest for them. So here's the thing: is
I
I'm
get
not
it,
going to
Marvin.
accept that. It's nothing against you guys,
Yeah.
by the way. But if they're going to do that, are you guys going to issue me a verbal warning at this point to leave or be arrested?
Okay, I don't know what that means.
They're asking to have me trespass.
Yeah.
Hey, I was trying to get in, but it looks like I don't know what your hours are. I looked online.
So-
Also, this is the non-flamethrower edition, and it does not come with guided missile strikes. So some people
Shoot.
believe it's a weapon of mass destruction when it's
Right.
actually a weapon of mass accountability. It seems like she's calling the police to stop a journalist from inspecting the records index.
They were
That's-
just, I think they were just a little freaked.
Oh, it happens all the time.
In a public space.
In a public
that's
space.
insane.
It is insane. Yeah.
I think- yeah,
You're going to
people-
call people with guns to deal with me because I'm looking for records.
Yeah, you're making a citizen's request.
Yeah, and I mean, if you've seen my stuff, I am not an angry man.
No.
I'm polite.
No.
I make some sweet dad jokes.
Right?
Pretty good at that.
No, that's cool.
But
No, I
it's
respect it.
mind-boggling when people will show up, or I mean, you show up to get the records or work on the story, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Awesome, you found the procedures manual and the index."
No, what I have is our form for a public records request
Okay.
that I can give to you that
Okay.
states what the RCW is.
Well, by good fortune, it sounds like your coworker probably knows who I am. I have a partial eidetic memory, so
Right.
yes, I'm that very same person. But I will show you, so you don't think I'm just lying to make friends here, what specifically I'm looking for, because I think it might help clarify, like I was saying at the beginning. It just may be a little bit of a misunderstanding, and that's All right.
Form, if you would be amiable to just submitting it on the form, that would make it a whole lot better.
Well, I could certainly do that, but
we're now on the same page and I know exactly what you want. Can you grab that off the, please?
well, I mean, a form certainly is helpful, but what I want to do is I want to show you the things that, you see this statute that I was referencing earlier? And you can pull it up on your computer if you'd like, of course, as well.
Is it the
Duty to publish?
4217-310? No.
No, well, actually, 4217, little history on the Public Records Act here. It used to be 4217 before 2005, and then it changed to 4256 after 2005.
Oh.
Same act.
I did find the public records request form. At some point, there may be some lack of postings, and I don't necessarily, and no offense to you, want to take your word for it.
So the district's been out of compliance then basically since 1973?
I guess so. To the letter of the law that we're out of compliance. I think it's something that we really should find out.
So the district's been out of compliance then basically since 1973?
I guess so. If and what we're out of compliance
By
with.
good...
And then follow up to make sure that we do become in compliance with whatever we may be out of compliance with.
Yeah, and by good fortune, I'm at least moderate at reading. And it's a really quick read, by the way. I can pull up section 70, it's one paragraph. I can pull up section 40, it's one paragraph. And I can pull up section 580, it's one paragraph. So if you can give me maybe a minute and 15 seconds, I could read you 3 paragraphs.
I would prefer that our attorney look at something like that.
Yeah, I could appreciate that, but you know, the attorney is not here right now.
Right.
And I think what would be good is if something could be done now, like maybe get Jason in here so he can spread this away.
Jason's out on vacation, so he's not available right now. But this would be the official process for you to tell us what you're asking for, and then that would give us the opportunity to provide it for you.
Well, part of what's in the index is going to aid me. So the reason the index exists is it's a very small...
Can you write that out here, and then Jason would be able to provide that to you next week?
Well,
I think we need to fill it out. I'm pretty sure.
Well, it can be, I can write it or I can give it orally. I may give it orally here in a moment in terms of the request. You are right that can be done. You're 100% correct on that. However, the thing is, and I just want to make sure before I leave with my story partially concluded today, that Jason may not even want to have a conference call or something like that.
What's an assumption you're making before you even talk to him?
Well, I've been doing this for 4 years, and I have slain more attorneys with their half-minded troglodyte inability to actually do something functional, like think, speak,
before you start
read.
telling us, that we're this, or this, give us the opportunity to come into compliance. I'm telling you right now, you're stating that we're out of compliance with what you're specifically asking for.
So the district's been out of compliance then basically since 1973?
I guess so. I'm telling you, this is the process and procedure that I know that we have to get you what you need right now, and we're more than willing to do that. If it does become apparent that we're out of compliance, that would give us then the opportunity to make sure that we do everything necessary to become compliant with whatever rules and regulations and state laws we are
this is
out of compliance.
This is that awkward moment where I have to not relating to you. I understand you're trying to assist me and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But this is that awkward moment where the commissioners and Jason and the attorney for the district are probably just going to have to be dealt with in a civil manner. I don't mean a mafia-like manner. But they're out of compliance because when it says duty to publish procedures, and the word publish is defined by the state of Washington as it relates to that stuff, it's not me making it up and trying to do fantasy novel writing hour. It's me saying this is literally what the words say, and I'm not trying to sound sarcastic, but I can read, and there's nothing difficult about those particular paragraphs. And section 70 says the same thing about the index. They're tools meant to aid me. It would imagine like if you guys went out to do whatever irrigation work you do out in the field, like physically work, and every time they made you request to get your tool back, every time. Well, of course they're not going to do that. You probably, what's your name?
Derek.
Derek.
Yeah.
They're probably going to have like a bag on the stand or the rack that says Derek's bag of tools, and then he goes, aha, I will take my bag of tools to work. It's there. It's ready to be used. Well, it's just that you have it or you don't. So, do you have the index of the procedures manual for me to inspect right now?
I don't know.
Okay, so you're out of compliance. So, I mean, normally, like, if this district came into existence, like,
If that's
a
something
year
you're
ago?
asking for, if you just write it down.
Well,
then I can-
unfortunately-
then I can look for it, and you can give me an opportunity.
Yeah, that's-
Because obviously it's not posted in the
Yeah.
public space.
That's
but is
giving-
it in one of these books or one of these filing cabinets?
Happy to wait if you want to look.
Potentially.
Yeah, happy to wait if you want to look. I could even assist you with that. I'm pretty good at reading.
Actually, no, you can't.
Okay.
You can't get into private the district.
Normally what I
records
do, if it's a
because
brand new agency, like if it was a year or two old, I would be like, you know what, I might do a records request, but checking my out of compliance watch again, you guys have been out of compliance for 52 and a half years. Generally, I consider 52 and a half years a reasonable enough amount of time. I mean, granted, sometimes it takes people 100 years, but most things can be accomplished, I think you'd agree, in 50 years, and that's a pretty okay amount of time.
Well,
You don't think so?
Checked every year of those last 52 years to see that, because maybe it was posted at one time and somebody took it down to update it and it didn't get put back up. I don't know that.
Yeah, that could be it, but then they did put it back up, and then that's the out of compliance thing.
Right, but what I'm saying is you made a statement that we've been out of compliance for 52 years, and I'm saying that's not
Well,
necessarily...
the locals that reached out to me said they couldn't see it anywhere. They came in, couldn't see anything on the board. Now, granted, they said they just came in and looked and didn't see anything, and because you guys don't have your own dedicated website, and it goes to the Spokane Joint Aquifer Board, I looked there, there's nothing there, there's a dearth of information there. So basically, the district is out of compliance. They have to be published. They have to be immediately inspectable. There's no opportunity other than that. So even if it was just for a day, it's still out of compliance. So I just want to ask before I go, are you sure you don't want to do maybe try to facilitate a conference call with Jason or anything? Or because I'm not going to request something to give cover to out of compliance commissioners, D+ attorneys, and a pro that we don't even know is the pro, because who is the pro? Like you said at the very beginning, we don't have a pro. I believe you. I actually believe you. I mean, I think you're right. There is no pro because you didn't even hear of it. I mean, that's pretty obvious. So
I wouldn't know where to look, and I don't know how long it would take me to find that. And in my experience, I don't know that I'm required to immediately give you what you're needing without you giving me a fair amount of time.
yeah, Section
to actually look for it.
Section 520 says that if I make a request for records, you are correct. It's 5 business days.
Right.
So let's say I make the request for Derek's hours for work. You guys have 5 business days to just even respond and say, okay, we think it's going to take us 2 months. Blah blah blah.
That's the portion that I'm familiar with.
Yeah, so you're right about that.
Demanding something that is not posted, I wouldn't know where to start to look for that, because what you're saying we're out of compliance is not necessarily something that I can resolve at this point in time.
Sure. Well, and that's part of the story. So I mean, the fact that I got your statement on record that you don't have a public records officer at the beginning. Is anything possible? Sure. I mean,
Right.
turn into the ground poobah of the universe.
To clarify what I stated though is we don't have a person that has that title. But then what I later did also add to that is that may be one of Jason's subtitles, that he may have that title as district manager.
Yeah.
So yeah,
well, I mean,
we don't have enough money or funds or
possibilities are a thing, but
a person, and frankly, we don't have that many public, as far as I know, as a part-time employee for the district, as many that many public records requests.
I would imagine not.
Facilitating.
Sure. Well, then what I'll do is I will make an oral public records request just for the public records log.
Okay.
So you need to write it, yeah. I like this part. Because this gentleman is usually nice enough to help a person out who doesn't normally happen to.
Yeah, I'm not an angry dude.
Yeah. No, you're great. So I'm gonna write today's date down.
I'm happy to give you my email address too when we're done.
Email address, okay. And so the request?
The request is I would like to get the public records log.
Public records log. Okay.
Back to, how long has the district been around?
I want to say the early 20s.
Oh, okay. So you've only been out of compliance for 25, not 50 years. That's good.
Yeah.
Back to the inception of the district. Then.
Okay.
Yeah, just back to the beginning.
The inception. And you are right. I'm just a dude, just a chill dude that works out in the field.
No, that's cool.
I'm trying my best.
I have the greatest respect for the people that go out and do that work, because you don't have your water if there's not someone named Derek going out there making sure you get your water. I have mad respect.
Sweet, man.
For the blue collar world. We're watching the white collar world implode right now with AI, and it's kind of funny in a little bit of a way.
Since the inception of the district. Okay.
Yep. And then if I could please get that emailed to and my name is Steve, by the way.
Steve.
And my last name is Wolfisch Legelstein Hausenbergerdorf.
Do you mind spelling that?
Sure. Yeah. So it's just regular Steve, S-T-E-V.
S-T-E-E.
And my last name is W-O-L-F.
O-L-F.
E-S-C-H.
E-S-C-H?
E-S-C-H, yeah.
C-H, okay.
L-E-G-A-L.
L-E...
G. G. L-E-G, yeah, A-L.
G-A-L?
Yep.
Okay.
And then Stein, S-T-E-I-N.
Okay.
H-A-U-S-E-N.
H-A-U-S-E-N.
B-E-R.
B-E-R.
G-E-R.
G-E-R.
D-O-R-F-F.
D...
O-R-F-F, yeah. So, Wolfisch Legelstein Hausenbergerdorf.
Okay. That's
and then my email address is anonymous citizen, A-N-O-N-Y-M-O-U-S.
This is how I ended up being a field guy.
That's all right.
So you said anonymous.
Yeah, citizen, C-I-T-I-Z-E-N.
Okay.
W-A.
W-A.
At ProtonMail. P-R-O-T-O-N-M-A-I-L.
P-R-O-T-O-N.
M-A-I-L.com. Yeah.
.com. Okay.
And and then what I'll do is I'm not going to request the index of the manual because it's just verifiable that the agency's out of compliance. So you mind if I look at that real quick?
Yeah, did I do that? Yeah, please. Did I do that right?
You go on the day off.
Yeah, she gets a day off every once in a while, and you get me in the office.
So this one.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
45.
And then it's, yes, I'll just scratch out the anonymous.
Okay.
And then it's just citizen WA. Yeah, so you got that right?
Is that right?
Good to go, yeah.
Cool, man. No, I really appreciate you coming in and
sure, no problem.
stopping by.
Appreciate your time.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
Well, if you don't, you might come out. I don't want to bother this gentleman while he's talking. I'm just going to ask you a question or two.
No, you're more than welcome to. Like I said, I'm here to work for people.
The people, yeah, no, I appreciate that.
No, absolutely.
So when you guys have your meetings, how well attended are they usually?
I would say it's usually just the board members that show up with the district manager and our admin.
Okay.
Gal.
Okay.
Yeah. Since I've started here, I don't know if I've seen any members of the public.
How long have you been working here?
A little under a year at this utility.
Oh, okay. So brand new. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I have found that's another thing that I find interesting is a lot of people that do reach out to me about agencies that do have open meetings and whatnot, like this district and others. I find that they don't go to actually speak to the commissioners. I don't know if that's because, I mean, some people are introverted. They just feel like even talking to people is a conflict, which,
right.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I've also found that depending on the agency, some of those commissioners or superintendents or whatever they are titled, CEO of an agency, can be pretty bitter, angry people that get very frustrated when people start asking questions about the district. But, if they were more like you...
Yeah, it's crazy to me. It's like this,
it's the people's.
This is the people. I mean, this is America, and it's sad that we're at a point in life where... you can't trust, the government or utility, you know what I mean? Like,
I know.
It's crazy to me. So
it is.
I fully support, people that are, if this gets posted, I feel like it's, our duty as public servants to,
definitely
to be here for the people.
Yeah.
So
I
I appreciate it. If there's one message that I can leave as a public works, employee is, be available and transparent to your customers and the public.
You're winning. So what office are you running for next? You should run for commissioner, man. Can you be an employee and a commissioner?
I'm just a dude that likes to turn wrenches, man, and have a good day.
You should do that and also
work
be
for
a
the
commissioner. Seriously, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, just even what you said right there is so super rare. Like, it's really rare.
Yeah.
They just can't handle that idea. I did have one odd question. A question regarding the tower.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about your job, so forgive my ignorance.
No,
please.
you're good.
But there was one person that reached out. I actually had 6 people from the district reach out, which is actually a lot of people for a small district like this. One of them said they thought there was a physical problem with that container in that they believe it might be rusted on the inside.
So to my knowledge, since I've been here under a year, what I can tell you is that it's valved off. So it's not being used.
Oh, okay.
So our main tower is just right over here off the north side.
Okay, so that's just not even used.
So it's not even used.
Well, that answers the question right there.
Yeah, I mean, there is some really cool like historical documents about the tank when it went in like the 20s, and I guess
is it not used?
I think just the age of it and capacity.
Gotcha.
So our new reservoir, which, well, I say new, it went online in the 80s, can hold 1 million gallons.
That's a lot of gallons.
Which that replaced, 2 million gallons. That replaced a wooden tank that used to sit over here, I guess, back in the, like I said, the 20s. So,
wow.
Anyways, yep, I guess.
What's the capacity of a tank like that?
I want to say that one, don't quote me on it, but I want to say it's like 60 or to like 80,000, I want to say.
Oh, wow, that's not.
So, yeah, compared
I
to.
see, that makes a lot of sense
Yeah,
why you go to a different one. That's not going to help with the amount of people out here.
No, not at all.
Well, fair enough. Well, Derek, again,
no,
I really
appreciate it,
your
Steve,
time.
for sure, man. Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, which story was it that you saw of mine?
I think I've seen, and like I said, I don't want to like speak out of turn, could be a different person, but
it's my channel's Inland Auditing Media.
Inland Auditing. I think
free.
I've kind of selected through just some of the stuff that you've been doing like over on like the west side.
Oh yeah, boy,
you know, like I don't know, it must just be like my algorithm, you know, like
fair enough.
You know, you
like freedom.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
All of a sudden my freedom
your stuff shows up, and I think it's important, you know, as a public worker to understand, you know, how this works, right?
Yeah, it's
dude
true.
out here in the field. Like,
it also helps you because if you see something going wrong, you can then look at it and go, I don't know if that's right. Maybe I should look into this a little bit, or talk to a manager, or commissioner, or whatever.
Exactly. Right? Yeah, for sure.
Because if you don't know, to quote Donald Rumsfeld from probably well before you were born. But anyways, you take care, man.
Awesome, man. Steve, thanks a lot, man. Take care.
Thanks. Have a good day. Hey, everyone. I am free. It is July 7th, 2026, and I'm returning back to the North Spokane Irrigation District number 8 here to follow up on my initial visit, which showed that they were out of compliance at the time. No procedures manual, no records index, and today at 11:30 a.m. they have got a board meeting with their commissioners and the public if they show up. I'm guessing the public's not going to show up based on what the employee said last time. So we're going to go look into this and see if there's any update, change, or whatnot. Hello. Looking to see if I can inspect the procedures manual and index, please.
I am working on some stuff right now. Let me go over to district manager so you can talk to him.
Okay. Is he the pro?
Huh?
Is he the public records officer?
Yes.
Okay.
How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
How can I help you?
Looking to inspect the procedures manual and the index.
Okay. We don't have it right now for you. So, I was on vacation. I talked to our attorney. We're gonna go over it today. I have a meeting with them this afternoon, and as soon as we can get it to you.
You don't have both?
Well, I don't have them with me right now. No.
I guess I'm confused because the Public Records Act says in Section 40 shall be prominently displayed. So you don't have them?
Not right now, no.
So the district's been out of compliance then basically since 1973?
I guess so. We were addressing it. I know that he came in last week.
Yeah.
My guys called me and I was on vacation. I just got back today and I talked to my attorney this morning and he's coming in. We're going to have a meeting and then we'll get within compliance.
So I'd like to preemptively request something then.
Okay.
Not a public records request.
Okay.
It's going to basically be related to your conversation with your attorney. Who is the attorney, by the way?
Aaron Dunham.
Aaron who?
Aaron Dunham.
Dunham. Gotcha. Okay, like D-U-N-U-M or something like that?
D-U-N.
Oh, H-A-M? Dunham. Gotcha. Okay, the traditional way. Okay.
Yes.
So the state, and by the state I mean Morgan Damerow, he's an assistant attorney general.
Okay.
Kind of a corrupt sort of a guy. I know you're shocked to hear that from Olympia, but he often works with these municipal law attorneys like Eric to provide an exemption for the records index that is completely unlawful. So the thing is have you guys done any calculus to analyze what it would take to produce the index?
Other than talking with our attorney, no.
Okay, so like hypothetically, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but hypothetically, you didn't sit down and say, okay, in order to produce the index, it would take 72 hours. It would cost, $2,700 in fee or salary time or anything like that. You haven't conducted no analysis like that.
No, not that I know of.
Okay, what I'd like to request then is that when you talk to Eric, and he's coming in today?
Aaron, yeah.
Or Aaron, sorry.
Yeah,
do you know
meet
when?
with him.
You know when he's coming in?
I don't yet. He's looking at his schedule.
Board
I might
meeting?
go to him because I have some paperwork to drop off with him as well.
Yeah, what I'd like to request is that that you guys don't, as a district, don't exempt yourself right now, because 425670 subsection 4A is the exemption section.
You mind if I write this stuff?
Sure. No, absolutely. I appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it.
I'll grab a notepad.
And what I'd like to do is be as concise as possible.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I feel like sometimes regular hardworking folk like yourself who don't steep themselves in the delights of reading the Public Records Index, right? Everybody goes home at the end of the day and reads that.
Yeah.
I think what ends up happening is these attorneys end up being lazy.
Okay.
And they go, oh, hey, Morgan Damerow from the AG's office and the rest of the state that's breaking the law right now, let's just do what they want to do. Generally, as a kid, I was told if everybody jumps off the bridge, you don't follow them, but some people want to fall to their doom. So if you go to 4A.
4A.
Sorry, let me, right here. So 425670.
4256.070.
And then you go down to 4A.
4A.
It says a local agency, which of course you are. A local agency need not maintain such an index if to do so would be unduly burdensome, but it shall in that event issue and publish a formal order specifying the reasons why and the extent to which compliance would unduly burden or interfere with agency operations. So what Morgan and the rest of the gang of communist goons are doing over in Olympia is they are coming up with this have used it for decades now, a boilerplate statement that says, oh, it'd just be really hard for us to do the thing, so we're not going to do the thing.
Okay.
The other thing that they'll do is they'll throw in there something that says something to the effect of, well, even to do the analysis would be unduly burdensome, so we can't even do that. So we can't even pretend that we're going to even try to comply with the law. We're just going to say we can't do it because to even work would be too hard.
Okay.
So what I'd ask is that the district not do that, because
okay.
My goal, this is nothing personal, just met you, seem like a nice guy, but you can let Aaron know if he does that, I'm gonna go get an attorney and get a writ of mandamus, and I'm gonna make the district do it from a judge's order. So I don't want to do that. What I'd like to see is actually just have the district comply. It's actually a valuable tool, and you guys probably don't have all that many records to do because it's actually a very narrow cross-section of records. It's not a lot. It's just certain governance documents, and you can find that in section 70, subsection 3, A through F.
Okay.
So those sections right there, it actually expedites your job as the public records officer. So if somebody, I'm sure you've done this before as the pro, somebody will come in and be like, I need X, and you're like, I'm not really sure what you're talking about, can you clarify?
Yeah.
If they're looking for one of those governance documents because you've already indexed it, what happens then is they can just look at the index and go, oh, Jason calls, or the district calls this document XYZ123, I'm going to request just exactly that thing, and then boom, you know exactly what you need because it's like literally the exact title. That's the whole point of the index. It just makes it quicker. I had a year and a half ago, after I started working on these stories 3 years ago on the west side of the state, I come over here to work on some stories kind of for a week or two at a time, but I had some people reach out saying the district was out of compliance after they saw some of my news stories over in the Tacoma, Seattle, Bellingham area, and definitely the case. So any questions I can answer about my request?
No, I think just where do you want us to send it to? Whatever your requests are, on this stuff, or are you just going to come back and make sure we get it into compliance, or how do you want?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just reporting on this story.
Okay.
I mean, you know, I'm certainly not going to try to pretend it's the sexiest story in the universe,
No,
but
I get it.
local news agencies don't cover this sort of stuff, and so I kind of found my niche doing this as an independent journalist. So, what I want to be clear is, I'm not requesting that as a public records request. That's just a request to hopefully have a discussion between you and the attorney that says, hey, this is what this guy says. Maybe the attorney will say he sounds like a complete lunatic. I don't know what he's talking about, whatever. But it would be good to have this because A, it'll go to show that you guys are taking transparency seriously.
Yeah.
And after my story on the Irrigation District 16 and 20, I think it was, Carnahan, I don't know if you saw that story, but it wasn't good. They've really been...
Carnhope?
What's that?
Is it Carnhope? Hutchinson?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah,
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, so they have got a whole bunch of problems.
Okay.
I mean, really serious, and it's not even necessarily just this. I mean, there's some pretty serious financial issues going on there, some subterfuge and things like that. I'm not saying you guys are doing it, but anyways, that's pretty much all I need. As far as the procedures manual, that's section 40, so same thing like 42, 56, 70, but it's 40.
Section 40.
That is the procedures manual. One of the things that one person said to me was that they felt that if somebody were friends with the people here, they would get their public records requests done quicker. But if they weren't necessarily friends or on good terms with them, they wouldn't. And the procedures manual is just meant to say, hey, here's the rules. And because the rules aren't published, their allegation, not mine, to be clear here, their allegation is that they felt public records requests were going slower for those people that weren't necessarily brohams with the people that work here, whereas people that are brohams with people that work here get their public records requests quicker. Now that's, again, I have no way to prove that. That's just the allegation, and I found it interesting that I came in and there's no procedures manual, which would achieve transparency by saying everybody has to play by the same rules.
Okay.
So, cool. Do you got a business card I could get?
I do.
All right. Well, did you have a good vacation?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Nice.
Spent some time with the kids at the lake. And then,
Oh, that's cool. Nice. Did you have a good 4th?
Yeah. You?
Oh, yeah. I went up to Schweitzer. Oh, it was great up there.
Was the wine fest up there this weekend? Maybe that might be in a couple weeks. They have a wine festival up there.
Yeah, I didn't see a wine fest up there. I mean, it was actually pretty slow. I thought it was going to be better. And actually, God, that was weird too. You know, when I was down in Sandpoint, it really wasn't that busy.
Really?
I honestly would have expected it to be more. Now, the fireworks was great because when we got down to the main park, down there, Central Park or whatever they call that, it was full for the fireworks, and it was great. I mean, really good fireworks. The lake, of course, as always, will chill you to the bone no matter how hot it is outside. It's like the only one that's colder, I should say, than Coeur d'Alene Lake. It's frigid.
Yeah.
But they had a lot of good boating and everything going on out there. It was a really nice one, and they had a surprising amount of restaurants open.
Yeah.
So, and they got good food over there.
Yeah.
So, not as good as Chez Lafayette and Tacoma, though, if you like French food.
Okay.
Ooh. Creole, I should say Creole French.
Okay.
Anyways, Jason, appreciate your time. I will look forward to maybe getting a new... Oh, can I give you my email address?
Yeah.
That way,
is it the same one that they
it is.
down?
Yeah, if you want to use that.
I have that one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then if you could just let me know what Aaron comes up with. Honestly, this is, I guess I'll say one more thing before I go. This would be an opportunity, I think, for the district to actually show basically the rest of the state what a bunch of incalcitrant, abusive, non-transparent government agencies they are. So this is your moment to crush them. All right, man.
I
Thanks.
appreciate you bringing it to our attention.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You have a good day.
You too. Have
Take
a
care.
good one.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so that was the superintendent, Jason Cushman. He's the district manager. I know at the other irrigation district they called him a superintendent. So that's great. He seems like a really nice guy, just really open to having the discussion. No problems there. So that's a very, very good and positive thing to see. So we'll see what comes of this meeting. I don't need to stay for the 11:30 because the district manager just admitted they don't have it and they're out of compliance. And I appreciate that transparency. What's frustrating is when you go to a place and they're out of compliance and then they try to act like they're not by trying to be wordsmiths. It's very strange. So with that being said, I will probably have an update follow-up story at some point in time in the future, but between my initial visit and this one, I think that really goes to demonstrate that yes, the district's out of compliance. They've always been out of compliance since January 1st, 1973, and it looks like they're going to at least work to correct this. You know, this is something maybe that the district and others should consider, which is how is it that every single attorney that's ever worked for them through a contract has managed to screw this up? How's that? It makes no sense that they're literally advocating for these people, representing them and their interests, and they can't just read through the Public Records Act and make sure that the rules regarding requests are published, making sure that the index, which is meant to aid people in making a more efficacious and expedited public records request, is achieved. It's just honestly, to me, seems like laziness. That's my opinion. I have no idea, no way to prove if they're lazy, but I mean, gosh, it sure seems like that. So with that being said, if you like my journalism, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit all notifications bells so you get my stories right when they're released. You can follow me on X at I.A.M Auditing, on Facebook at Inland Auditing Media, and if you want to help keep my feet on the streets, you guys know what to do. You can go to the links in the description for Cash App and Venmo. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you guys at the next location. Bye for now.